Hey ho, welcome to Parker's Reefs. On today's episode, we're going to get a 6-month update and just a general check-in on Australia's craziest local fish shop, Apex Aquatic. All right, thank you for joining me on yet another episode of Parker's Reefs. And as touched on in the intro, today we are heading back to Apex Aquatic. It's been 6 months since they had their grand opening. And in that time, Australia's newest, wildest local fish shop has just continued to evolve. And I figured it was high time I headed back in there, put a microphone on the manager, Jack, there, and got him to take us through everything that's new in store, both from a infrastructure point of view, a display tank point of view, but of course, all of that juicy stock that is in the tanks now, and maybe even a little sneak peek as to what's coming in their quarantine tanks out the back right now, because let me just tell you, they got some cracking stock to come out into the sale tanks very, very soon. So without any further ado, I will roll the footage of this tour of Apex Aquatic, but if you have not done so yet, be sure to check out their socials. I'll put some links to those in the description below. But also, if you are remotely in the area, be sure to check out the overhead shot of Google Earth of where Apex Aquatic is located in Collingwood, a suburb of Melbourne, Australia. If you ever get the chance to pop in, please do so and let them know you saw the shop on Parker's Reef, and they will take very good care of you. Anyway, that's enough preamble. We've got to go in and check out what has to be the wildest local fish shop in Australia, Apex Aquatic. All right, here we are, nice and early. It's important to note the doors don't open till 11 a.m, but I've managed to get my way in and mic up Jack. All right, Jack, it's crazily been 6 months since the biggest, wildest local fish shop in Australia opened.
There we go.
Well overdue for a visit to see what's been happening. Yeah. Firstly, thank you for having us.
Anytime, Sam. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. Yeah. What's been happening here, man? Tell us, take us through the shop. Yeah. Show us what's been working, what's not been working, what's new, what's changed.
Yeah, well, I'm excited. Obviously, we're learning every day, so excited to share with you, some of the ups and downs. And then, obviously, as we were just talking about, 6 months, which is crazy. I feel
6 months, I know. Yeah. It was a couple of weeks ago, I was like, I should go do a video at Apex. And I was like, nah, you were there a couple of weeks ago. People will be sick of seeing the shop. Yeah. Give it a minute. And then when I took some time to review, I went, oh, it was March. It's been 6 months. Well and truly due. Here we are.
There we go. And honestly, so much has changed in that 6 months. And I think it shows that obviously our product's living, but the whole shop's almost a living ecosystem with how much it's changing, display tanks, things getting sold. And then obviously, just before we get into it, just want to say a huge thank you to everyone, obviously, for the support. I didn't realize that there are that many fish keepers in the country, which has been great. And it's just been so good, just obviously hearing everyone's stories and like just sharing the passion with everyone. So awesome. A big thank you to everyone as well. Yeah, anyway, welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, take us through. I mean, obviously this is a very big focal point of the shop, this salt pond this is first enter.
This is the mighty pond. So it's gone through a few transitions in 6 months. A few weeks ago, we had some beautiful angelfishes that look stunning. Lots of chromis, a few different things, and it's all doing really well. And then Mr. Kenny decided he wants to change it up. So we do have a leopard shark on the way soon. So juvenile leopard shark. That's coming from Sydney. So I think that's kind of going to be the showpiece of the pond. And we're really hoping we can give them a good life for quite a few years and give them lots of love.
I mean, understandably, I get when you're working with ponds and setups like this, it's not something, it's not a 4-foot reef tank that's been done a million times before. This is uncharted territory.
Totally. Yeah. And we're learning all the time. The amount of times one of my staff or me have got to get in this tank. Kenny's been in this in his undies multiple times.
I'm sure Kenny's been in it multiple times. And to be fair to Ken, I mean, I understand you got it to the point where it was, I don't want to use the term autopilot, but it was doing its thing.
It was looking good.
The fish were all sort of harmonious and things were going great. And I sense a tiny bit of frustration. You're going to tip it upside down for the leopard shark. Yeah. But to Ken's defense, when you talked about this pond, when I came through here, and this was still a blueprint, and you guys were working away, it was always talked about as the shark pond.
And then anyway, obviously a little success story is the banjo sharks.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You've got sharks in there already, but you need more sharks.
Yeah, we need more sharks.
You got some banjos.
We've got 3 banjos. They were collected in the bay, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And then they're able to adapt into like large temporal ranges. So obviously this pond's being run at 23, 24 degrees.
Okay.
They're thriving. We have to feed them a lot. Super active. And just, a really cool shark. they look like a stingray, but they're not a
Yeah,
stingray.
I embarrassingly asked off camera, I'm like, what kind of stingrays are they? And you're like, no, they're the sharks I was talking about. They're the banjo sharks.
I think pretty neat that it's from the bay, right?
Yeah,
And
well,
just, like,
there's
this
not
area.
a lot of marine life that we see in aquariums from, you know.
Yeah, and then the other day we got in the ornate boxfish that I'll show you later.
Yeah,
That's a super cool boxfish in the bay as well. So we've been converting that to warmer temperatures.
So bringing a little bit of local marine to the aquarium world, which is cool.
There we go. Anyway,
Very nice.
And then as I say, next time you're here, there should be
well,
should
by
be a
the time this video airs, you guys will have the leopard shark in there, so a reason on its own to visit.
Yeah. Anyway, well, welcome back. Obviously, the marine side. So this is the Hammer Garden. Of course, as the lights have just turned on, so everything's opening up.
Yes, we are here before the doors officially open for the day, so things are still waking up. But
still waking up, but that's okay. Still looks pretty good.
The Blue Tang Hammer Volcano still looks incredible.
Still looks incredible. Yeah, and despite a few heads have been lost where hammers have like overlapped. But I think it's pretty marginal considering how many hammers we put in there.
There's a lot of hammers in there.
Yeah, this tank's been a quite success story, to be honest.
And these baby Blue Tangs have got not quite so baby anymore. They got a fair bit bigger. They're up to what I'd call a medium-sized tank now.
Yeah, a few funny stories where customers want them and we try to catch them, but they know now. They disappear pretty quickly.
Yes, They come up for the pseudo feed, but
as soon as it nets out,
they learn quickly. And I believe since last time, there's some new additions in this tank: the yellow tang, blue tang, clownfish. Came from a fellow Victorian YouTuber tank. For those who have watched Parker's Reef for a long time, may remember Marcus, the Reef Nerd, had a very popular channel. He's been out of the hobby for a little while now, and these fish managed to find their way into this tank, which is really cool.
Yeah, which is cool. I think that's a little trip down memory lane, a bit of history, right? These fish have been around for quite a few years, especially that blue tang. Yeah. He's definitely seen a few years in the aquarium.
He's got a few years under his belt, and I'm quite surprised to see that he's adapted in with all these sort of young'uns quite well. He's happy to be the father figure and swim around and show them how to be. And
absolutely. And I think this tank it highlights just simplicity. You know, good quality lights, good quality flow, and overall very successful. So I've been really happy with it.
I often say to people, it's a question I get asked very often, what's my favourite reef tank that I've ever seen? And I've got a few different answers depending on what sort of angle people are going for. But one of the favourite tanks I've ever seen, I don't think it's operational now, is at Cairns Marine, which just had Dallas staghorn coral and blue damsels, which, you know, is a tank that you never see. No one has one coral and one type of fish. Totally. You guys aren't far off it here. I mean, you've got different hammers, but there's still only hammers.
True. And a few species of fish, minus the oddballs that have been thrown in.
A couple of oddballs in there. I got to admit, I do love the clownfish that just very rarely sticks its head. There we go, just sticking its head out now and sees a few dozen blue tangs and quickly retreats back in.
This big orange piece is a big show piece. So we did spend a small fortune on that. So when it really opens up, it does look pretty incredible.
Looks fantastic.
And it fluffs out massively, which is awesome. It almost takes up that whole rock space.
Nice.
And I'll come over here quickly.
Yeah, of course. I was going to say, you guys have got crazy display tanks, but it's not just display tanks. You guys have stuff to sell, obviously. You're a shop.
Yeah. Things are flying out the door, which is great. So this is kind of our store pet. So he got bought to a customer's house, lived a good life there, and then ended up coming back to us. And we love him. Everyone loves him. I think he's bit Num's hand a few times, and kissed hand when they're cleaning.
Yes. Yeah, I saw a forearm bite just before. As in, not the actual action of biting, but the bruise from the bite. And I was surprised it was only a bruise. I thought that would have taken a scallop of meat out.
So as much as we love him, if anyone does have a big tank, maybe he could be your next pet to take home.
And he's in there just with a cheeky little king angel at the moment.
Little king angel. But we have to feed him a lot. He's definitely a high maintenance fish, but worth every part of it.
Yeah, a real puppy dog, isn't he? It's kind of like having a Labrador in a glass box. So you can
imagine everyone loves him who walks up to the shop.
Very interactive. You look at him, he's hamming it up for the camera now. You're going sideways and biting things, but he's going to be a solid foot and a bit long, I'd say.
You'd think so. He almost got shipped in his own box.
Yeah, I bet.
There we go.
Now tell us about some of the fish, coral things you've got in at the moment.
Maybe we'll start with the fish first.
Yeah, sure.
Lots of general variety, and I'll show you at the back later. If you come over here, back with the big clown trigger in the same system, there's a few other big fish, which are always cool.
Yeah, you got some crazy predators in here.
Obviously, some people love this stuff, so big wobbegong, big blue spot ray. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Crazy fish in there. What I did notice before walking around is the price on these predator fish. They're nothing.
I know. Seriously.
Compared to, like, you see some, exotic angels or some crazy, Achilles tangs and stuff. You see your big wobbegons, you see blue spot rays.
Couple $100 and you can have a pretty cool piece in your tank.
Yeah, crazy cool.
Anyway, it's always funny when you tell people like, oh yeah, we have a fish that's worth $5,000.
Yes.
And obviously the naive person thinks like, this must be a seriously big fish.
Yeah.
And then it's like a little dot.
So you got a ray in 2 types of shark in here.
2 types of sharks.
You've got a bamboo, is it? Or
a bamboo cat shark and then a wobbegong.
Yeah, crazy.
And once again, when they're feeding, they're all active, but otherwise,
they're not
Yeah.
a fish that parades around the tank. They're a little bit more chill than that.
Yeah, totally.
And
anyway, so we always have fish coming through, and as obviously in the other videos expressed, Num's really prioritising his quarantine. So you see in the back, there's actually a lot of fish at the moment that's going to be coming out fairly soon.
But you've got some cool stuff out here in the tanks all ready to go before we get a little sneak peek of what's coming out the back.
Yeah, so obviously Scribble Angel, there's a beautiful Bellis male down here.
Yeah.
Hogfish or your clownfish.
Even is it a unicorn?
Yeah, the unicorn.
Yeah, I do love a unicorn.
Absolutely love them. And when they get big as well.
They're a cool fish. Those blue spots are they're really hard to replicate on camera. You need to see them in person. They just have a real presence to them, I think. And what's this guy? Big wrasse?
Yeah, big wrasse.
Crimson band
wrasse. Which is interesting. I think a bit dangerous with your snails, but otherwise lots of personality and very inquisitive.
I bet. Yeah.
Anyway, keep coming through.
Your display tank here with the forest fire bubble tips looks to be absolutely cranking along.
Still ticking along. So I think this is probably the most low maintenance tank I've honestly ever had. And I'm sure, as you know, and everyone who keeps bubble tips, right? They look great, but they are super low maintenance.
Yeah, you don't have to do a thing to them.
Don't have to do a thing. And the clowns are just doing great. I think there's a little bit of fighting, but otherwise, they're pretty happy when they're in enemy garden.
There's more than enough NEMs for them all to find a little piece of security in there. They can all settle in there.
And once again, a few times we've sold out a clown, so we've tried to catch him out of here. Mission impossible. Mission impossible. Yeah.
Display tanks are generally not the best sale tanks, although they're always the tanks that people want to buy from. But trying to get things out of there are a challenge. But the NEMs in there look an absolute treat, and the clowns look to be loving life.
Yeah, and then come through here, a few other just miscellaneous fish, which has been cool. There's baby scribble, magnificent foxface. We have a whole lot of flame angels in that have been flying out the door.
Nice.
So I think there's a little flame angel there.
Yeah, hiding in the pipe there. Look at him, just sticking his head out for a look.
Which has been fabulous.
It's been great to see flame angels back on the market.
Very interesting. We've converted a few mollies to saltwater.
Yeah, nice.
And they've actually been breeding in saltwater, which is interesting. So
enjoying life.
Yeah, a few customers have been like, "Oh, I have babies in the fish tank," so that's where they've come from.
Crazy.
The baby tusk fish, that's awesome.
I was going to say, I reckon the tusk would like the baby mollies.
Absolutely. Maybe that's why there's not any
really enjoying them.
Yeah.
What about this trigger over here? This guy I absolutely love. It's not a fish I've seen before.
So blue line trigger. I think they caught across Australia, but I think he's from WA.
Okay.
And then just obviously triggers have a bit of personality, but in terms of that colour, he gets that real flashy blue, which is awesome.
He was flaring up for me before I had the camera out before. He's a little shy with the camera, but I'll be sure to get some good footage of him to show everyone because he's a cool fish. Obviously a little bit of a predator. He's not going to play all that nicely with your standard sort of reef fish.
Totally agree. And then this is our little soft coral tank.
Yeah, this is a treat.
Yeah, we're absolutely loving this. There's a really cool box fish in there. That's Num's favourite.
Yeah, nice.
And then look at that mimic tank. I haven't seen a colour like that with the blue on his face.
Yeah, very nice.
And the classic story, as we always love, he was in a sail tank. Didn't look that good. No one really interested. As soon as we put him in here, I think the wish list for that fish has gone through the roof.
It's now 24 deep.
Yeah, now 24 deep.
When he was for sale, no one wanted him. Now he's not for sale. Everyone wants him. And a stunning fish, as you say. Yeah, the blue markings are not something you often see on the mimics.
Yeah.
And what kind of box fish are we talking about here?
I'm actually not entirely sure of his species name, but so he was from Queensland.
Cool.
I think from Cairns Marine, and so he went through quarantine, and been super healthy ever since, which is great.
Just kicking about in there, mixing up about with the other fish.
And then you can see there's a little biscuit starfish in there, which is hot property at the moment. Everyone loves a good old biscuit star.
Yeah, everyone loves a biscuit.
There's a few floating around, and then over here we got the Lobo from Reef Builders is coloured up nicely.
Very nice.
We're very happy with how it's going.
Yeah.
And considering when it came in, it was a bit stressed, but now he's getting a bit more colour back, which is fabulous.
Looks a treat. Is that this big one up the top here? Or
That's actually that one there.
That one down there. Yeah. Nice.
So when you look closely, he's got lots of different colours and all the rest.
All three of these look an absolute treat. But that's going to make
I personally think Lobos are a little bit underrated.
Oh, they absolutely are.
Yeah, considering the colours and the price of some of them.
Exactly. And the size, as you said, the colour, the number of colours, the vibrancy of the colours.
Totally.
The price does not match.
Price does not match, exactly. If you were to buy that in a torch coral or something else, you'd be selling it late.
Crazy. These dishes. This is just a green dish, but
that's
that is
a green dish.
Something wild about that green.
I think they sell for like $80 or $100, which is pretty epic.
Very, very nice. It's a true, pine lime green, that one. Really, really 100%.
nice.
Looking great.
And then anyway, come through here. So a few special fish floating around here.
Yes.
We've got our copper bands and margin butterfly.
Yes.
So great Aptasia eaters. Num's put a lot of love into them, and they're eating a bit of everything, which is great. And that tank was full, and yeah, I think nothing beats a healthy copper band.
Definitely.
And then over here is our prized possession as of current, which I'm sure you can do a little short on, which is the Masudai hogfish.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably one of the most expensive fish or rarest fish we've ever had in our possession.
Wow.
Which is fabulous, and he's caught at the depths of, I think, over 100 meters.
Wow.
They're found in Japan, found off the coast of Queensland, and there's only very select people who can actually collect them.
I can imagine that kind of depth is is not something you just jump off the side of the boat and go in with a net and pick him up. It's going to take something with someone with high skill set.
Unfortunately or fortunately, he's the cost of like a small car. Right? And that's which is crazy.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. I don't mind when you have some rare fish that bring an expensive price tag. It means not every Tom, Dick and Harry is going to have one.
Yeah.
If you're going to invest in that kind of fish, you're probably going to try everything in your power to keep it alive.
Absolutely.
Because you've spent a small fortune on it, and that's exactly what should happen to fish.
And then, so we're weighing up, do we make a display tank for him? Do we put him in the big tank? Do we sell him? We're not really sure. Because we have had a few offers, a few people are interested.
Yes.
But we're just deciding, because it really is a one of a kind piece.
And I can see here, this guy does pull the price tag. So he definitely is a rare fish.
We always laugh in the store with all these expensive fish when they're. Do you think they know how much they're worth when they're just swimming around the little tank?
Exactly. Do the other fish know? Like, does the Spanish hog, does he go, you're just a bigger version of me, or does he know that he's swimming with royalty?
Yeah. And then we got the Japanese masked female. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
one of my favorites.
Nice. Beautiful fish.
She's beautiful with some nice long streamers.
Gorgeous fish.
And so that's a little fabulous showpiece. And then over here, there's some lineatus wrasse that we love. People love them.
Yeah, lineatus are a stunning fish.
Yeah, a classic Australian wrasse, to be honest.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
And then
just hiding out of the pipe down. Light's still coming on. He's a little timid. Big flag fin there. Looks a treat.
Yeah, it looks a treat.
Yeah.
And then lots of other miscellaneous.
Lots of big fighting in the
marine
pipe
betta.
Yeah.
Such a cool fish with lots of personality. Obviously, all the lawnmower blennies.
Yes.
Yeah. As we know, in the marine world, there's just so much variety, right?
So many fish, definitely.
Yeah, so many fish, so many colours, and we just absolutely love it.
Oh, looks great.
And then come through. So this display tank, we're doing a bit of, we're not sure. We may make this a hogfish tank.
Yeah,
or maybe we're thinking like sea dragons. Once again, we had it as like a floating reef tank that was doing really well.
That's right, yeah.
But then we thought, we have a lot of other reef tank displays, so let's do something else. So this is in a limbo period at the moment. And then we're just going to figure out what equipment we want to put on and how we want to approach it.
Very
so pretty excited about that.
Yeah. As the song would say, new design in progress.
New design in progress, absolutely. absolutely. And then come over here. What else is there? Oh yeah, beautiful little porcupine puffer.
Everyone's favourite. Everyone loves a porcupine.
Yeah, loves a porcupine. There's a whitetail coal, Atlantic blue tang. So we did a big special on the whitetails. So here's our last one.
Wow.
Yeah, and we absolutely.
I did see there was a promo you guys are running. You bring Ken a beer.
Yeah.
You get whitetail coal for a cheap
price.
Cost price.
Yeah. So
Ken does love a beer. So
there we go.
He was moving fish on cheap.
I think every video you see, Ken has a beer in it. That's all part of it.
Surprisingly, you've still got one left, and the Atlantic blue in there.
Yeah, the Atlantic blue is beautiful.
He's actually transitioned into his
blue
colours. He's still got a little bit of yellow on the tail, but it's still quite a small size.
Do you still have your one? The big one?
No, I don't. No. My guy, I got him when he'd already been in the tank for, I think, 12 or 14 years, and I gave him another
couple of years alive.
I think I gave him about 3 or 4 years on top of that, and you can see he just got old.
Yeah, there we go.
He was the boss of the tank, and he just got to the point where he wasn't the boss of the tank. He was almost like an aging bike. The new bucks sort of took over, and he kind of gave up after that. He didn't know life after being the boss.
After that? Yeah. Totally fair. Well, anyway, what a story. Almost 20 years in the aquarium.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then back to that bubble tip tank. So obviously we got a big variety of bubble tips.
Good variety.
People love them. They're easy to look after, and the clownfish host them. And then here are some beautiful little storms. So
these storms are very
cool.
nice.
They're bred by someone in Melbourne, in central Melbourne.
Yeah.
Doing in their garage, and we love to support local.
Absolutely.
So it's been fabulous.
Well, it supports people in the hobby. It also is easier on the fish if you're not having to ship these things all around the country.
Totally.
They're available locally, and when you can get quality like that, they're stunning. It also helps keeps the price down.
100%. And then I'm sure, as you've seen, we have those little captive bred slipper lobsters.
I did see these slipper lobsters before. These are super cool.
So there's one there. There's one at the back. So something that's popped up in the last few months. And just something interesting, something different. Yeah. And I'm sure they're just like invertebrates, eat a bit of algae and do all that stuff.
Blends in so well with like this sort of rock rubble you've got in there. It just looks like a big bit of rock.
Yeah,
crazy,
but once again,
cool.
a captive bred initiative, so
it's super
happy to
cool.
support.
not all that expensive, $60.
Yeah, $60.
Which is nothing really. And yeah, there's some more active back there. It's kicking about. Yeah, super strange little beings.
I know.
I did notice in this tank here with the aptly placed rock work with all the sort of holes in it, you got some cool eels in there.
A few eels, yeah. And there's always such an interesting thing. And once again, they mostly go in species-specific tank.
Yes.
So yeah, love an eel. We had an octopus in there before, which I'm sure you may have heard about.
Yeah.
So obviously he got sold off, but everyone loved the octopus, and now the eel.
Such a unique specimen in the aquarium trade. Yeah,
we love just having a few different things.
I bet.
Anyway, and then I'll show you some of the corals.
Yes.
Yeah. So of course everything's kind of just opening up right now.
Yes. Lights have just come on.
Yeah, there's a few beautiful things floating around. About lots of beautiful zoanthids, and once again, what I love about zoas is you can get beautiful ones for a cheap price, or you can pay a fortune.
Yeah, and ironically, the ones that cost a fortune normally end up getting a bit cheaper over time as they get a bit more common. It caters for all ends of the market, really. And
totally. So anyway, a lot of these are from Sustainable Reefs.
Yes.
So thanks to Shane and co over there, just for a great quality product, and people love them.
Now, I'm not great on zoa names, but these are obviously the high-end ones.
Yeah.
And
I think there's a few Adonises in there and other varieties.
Cascade down, but some stunning variety, and you see the prices on screen, super cheap.
Super cheap. A few little button scullies, which are interesting, and some beautiful acans as well.
Stunning pieces.
So you never know. Once we did like a kind of a mystery pick, it was like $20 for anything in that tank.
Yeah, right.
And I think some things were definitely worth more than $20. So a few people got the
budget. $20, most things are going to be worth more than that. There's not many things going to be less than 20.
But anyway, we love doing a little sale and just you never know what you may walk into. Anyway, over here, there's lots of different SPS frags. Some of the higher end ones, some normal ones. If you know your thing, you may actually come walk out with a bargain, because there's a few named frags in there. Fox Flame, there's some Cherry Bomb, all that. And I think the most expensive is $200, then it goes down from there. So there's definitely a few good bargains if you know your thing.
Yeah, I can see, Fox Flames in there. It looks like, you got green goblins or maybe
I think that's the gold goblins, actually.
Gold goblins, right.
There's a little bit of Dallas at the front, a few different things.
Very nice. There's some nice Digis. There's another acclimated Molly in there.
We love them.
And I do love the toxic candy canes too.
Yeah, well, I think just
really nice
just an easy coral, and you see when they're really happy, they fluff out a lot. And really puff out, which is beautiful. And then over here, just some assorted gonnies. So I think the market as a whole, we just can't keep up with gonnies. Everyone loves them.
Loves a gonnie.
And I feel like there's a bit of a gonnie bug at the moment.
Yeah.
So the good thing about it, so many colours, varieties, and I think
this is that a Bernardipora, or is
I think it's a Bacillipora. Oh, which one? Oh, there, the orange one. Yeah, Bernardipora.
It's. I mean, I've seen orange Bernardiporas before, but that's got a really like purpley sort of eye to it. I'll be sure to get the DSLR on that. Looks a treat.
Looks a treat, huh? You can imagine if you really get it pumping, it'll be looking incredible.
Next level, Your Monty's here looking good too. You got some nice grafted sunflake caps.
Grafted, a few different varieties, some chili peppers,
Gold Rush, and all sorts in there. Yeah. Looks a treat.
They grow so fast, we almost can't keep up. And then anyway, this is the last of our little acro stock. So a few different pieces, and once again, with wild colonies, you never know what they may turn out to be. So I wouldn't say these are the hot, flaming ones fresh off the boat, but a few different ones that will be moving fairly quickly.
I'll be sure to get some top-down footage of these, especially this guy. This smooth skin yellow is
pretty neat.
It's pretty nice. Neat. It's a massive piece too.
We had a few big gold pieces come in that people just absolutely love.
Crazy, and cheap. We're talking $70 each.
Yeah,
3 for $200.
I'll probably be running a special on that as well, just to get rid of them as well.
Nice.
Yeah. Then coming here, a few assorted things. So there's a few gold chalices, which we love. Some beautiful bowerbankies.
Very nice.
Even look at that pink gonny there. I think $150 for a piece like that.
Big
and it's only just opening up.
Yeah. Stunning. Look at the colours on it. Crazy.
Nothing beats a top-down view, does it?
Definitely. Definitely. And this Lobo over here's got nice colours on it. You've got pinks, reds, yellows, blues, purples.
Yeah. A bit of everything.
Gorgeous. You got clams scattered throughout all these tanks as well.
I know. Yeah. So they're from WA, and a lot of clams are very expensive, but we're trying to get some more entry-level ones just to see, because I think a clam in a reef tank is just absolutely stunning.
Well, that's the thing. We were sort of starved of clams for quite a while, and then a sprinkling of clams come in, and they come in at fairly premium prices. People that haven't had a clam before aren't quite ready to drop $2,000 on a clam and see if it works. This way they can test things out and see if it works for a few $100s, and if it does, then maybe go all out on that showpiece one.
Exactly. And then as you can see here, so it's a bit of a torch paradise at the moment. So we've got a lot of gold torches.
Yeah, yeah.
And once again, they come with a price tag, but they are a beautiful showpiece coral, and I think very like quintessential of Australia.
Definitely.
I think nothing beats an Aussie gold torch.
Absolutely.
And then you'll see some beautiful frog spawns scattered about that I adore. And then if you come over to this tank,
more frog spawns.
Thanks to Mighty Blake at Batavia, he sent us a few crackers. So that one there is considered like their holy grail frog spawn.
That's a very
which
nice
is pretty
piece.
neat.
Yeah. And again, I'll get top-down footage of that so you can really see it under the DSLR.
Yeah.
Because it's a piece that deserves a little bit of airtime.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure of other nice pieces. Like typically this gold frog spawner would be considered showpiece, but that guy just kind of pips him at the moment, and then you've got
a few different colours and everything.
regular, I'll say regular, but toxic reverse froggies. You've got some nice gold hammers, more clams, as we said.
More clams.
All sorts.
And then over here, once again, few assorted things, some beautiful lobos. That bower bank is just a cracker.
Yeah, really
if you have a look from the top there.
The pink on that kind of just bleeds through it. It doesn't have sort of bands. It's just splattered through it. And the teal eyes on it. Really nice piece.
And then here, as we were talking about, there's obviously a more premium clam. So that's a Crocea clam.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can see there's some beautiful colours, and that's from Monsoon. So they've been producing some pretty good quality stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah, which has been fabulous.
Nice deshies in there as well.
Yeah.
Very nice. Big acan too, very nice.
I know.
Always see acans fragged up these days. You don't often see
the
big
colonies. Yeah. I feel like overseas, big demand, but here, I think people are just not willing to spend the...
Not popular in the Australian market
not
for some
popular.
reason.
Yeah. And then once again, a few more different LPS corals. So some beautiful elegances. We get some cracking elegance shipments sometimes. And once again, you're getting unreal pieces for $100 or $150.
Yeah, crazy.
That are pretty neat. And then a few more beautiful torches. So this is like the banana torch, so that bright green.
Yes.
The candy apple with the pink tips, and then the gold.
Beautiful. I really like that elegance in the top corner up there.
This
that
one?
This has those sort of translucent stems on it, and that ultra toxic sort of mouth with dark splashes through it.
Real ultra piece.
Looks a treat. Yeah.
It's sold.
It's sold. Yeah.
There we go. You can
notice
see
a hive of activity from the blue tanks behind us as they get a little breakfast.
Yeah, little breakfast. Indeed. Yeah. There we go. The day's just starting. Anyway, should we head over this way?
Yes, please. Show us what else is happening in store.
So anyway, that's a brief gist of the marine side, and then I'll show you out the back plate. Actually, that's probably where most of the gold is.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's always changing, always getting new stuff, and once again, there's always a discount or a deal.
Always a deal that we had at Apex Aquatic. Yeah,
absolutely. So
very nice.
Anyway, then come over here. Maybe we'll start with this 3-meter tank. Hey, buddy, how are you? Good. So this is the pride and joy at the moment. It's been a big learning curve, but otherwise I think we're doing pretty well.
It's looking really, really good.
Yeah.
You've had some really good developments in here.
Yeah.
I did notice you've still got the golden hawk in there. He's still perching up in his spot, but he seems to be letting some of the fish swim through a little bit more.
Absolutely.
He was very territorial 6 months ago.
Yeah.
He seems to have eased up a little bit.
He has, and I saw a video from when we first put him in.
Yes.
And the change in that 6 months, it's like a completely different fish. Even like the female angel.
Yes.
A lot of these fish are from the beginning.
Yeah.
So super happy with how this is going. And all the frags are going out, etc., etc. I think
SPS in here have got some really nice pulp extension. This blue piece down here is fluffy as hell. Looks a treat.
You can see up there, there's a nice cherry bomb, a few different varieties.
Definitely. Now there was another fish in here I noticed that was different from last time. I'm sure there's a few, but this guy back here, you've got a parrotfish in a reef tank.
Yes.
What are you doing?
So he is now actually my favourite fish in the shop. So I think it's I'm not exactly sure how you say it, the koi parrotfish.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's meant to be a reef-safe parrotfish that don't grow too big. And you can see the colours and just...
The colours on it wild, absolutely wild. And again, I'll get DSLR footage of him because I want to do him justice. Such a cool fish.
Isn't it? Exactly. A parrotfish in a reef tank. He has honestly not touched a coral, and we watch him very closely.
Yes.
He's been in there for a couple months now.
Wow.
So he's just loving life. All he does is just eat algae, eat food, and just swim.
And just look pretty.
Yeah, look pretty. Yeah. Anyway, so I think this tank, we're still, with the size of the peninsula, we're still learning about flow.
Yep.
And I feel like, as you probably know better than anyone, with SPS, there really isn't enough flow.
They do love a bit of flow.
Yep, so I put in an MP60 the other day on top of the MP40s and the Orbits and the Neros, and it's still, we've got to load it up more. So talking to the boys at ARC, we may be putting some Stream 3s on, but the Twinsy Stream 3.
Yep.
That's just going to allow a bit more current to really pump through it.
Yeah, that's nice.
But all the pumps are on 100%, and we're still not there.
This is a pretty long tank. This is
pretty long tank, 3 meters.
3 meters, yeah. So it's quite a lot of feet.
3 meters, yeah, absolutely.
And getting flow when you don't have any pumps on the side walls or the front or back wall, I guess I'll call it, only on the end walls. Yeah. The flow is going to be petering out in the middle here. And
absolutely.
Stream 3's probably will fix that. They're very good at getting flow a long
and
way.
I think in terms of the way we can mount it on the bottom of the tank, it's pretty neat as well. So I think that's definitely something exciting that we're looking forward to.
Yeah, one of the benefits of bare bottom, you'll be able to mount things under there and take 100%. Advantage of that.
And then we will be putting the Neptune on this soon, so hopefully that can really help elevate it to the next level with the auto testing and everything.
That's a good point. I mean, we'll get to the dry room a little bit later, but you guys are one of the few authorised Neptune sellers in Melbourne now, so anyone chasing Apex systems or have questions or whatever it is, you guys are the one-stop shop.
And I think it's obviously been in the industry in America for a while, but it really does revolutionize reef keeping, in my opinion. And a lot of my clients' tanks, we put it on, I can monitor it, I don't have to be there, and it just gives that extra peace of mind. So great product, and really excited to showcase it on the flagship display.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Anyway, considering 6 months, and we've been taking it slow, we'll see here in another 6 months.
Very nice.
Anyway, and then we can run through the tropical freshwater side quickly.
Take that off.
So the freshwater team's been doing a great job, just keeping stock up. And I think as I'm learning in the freshwater industry, there's so much like breeding and hobbyists with tanks.
It really
trading.
is a different game, freshwater.
It really
isn't
is a different game.
There's so much more. It's almost in those regards polar opposite to marine, where marine there's a little bit of breeding and mostly wild caught. Freshwater is almost the opposite.
Almost the opposite.
Mostly all breeding, a little bit of wild caught.
Yeah, and some of the stuff from different breeders in Melbourne is just incredible. Some of the variety and rarity of stuff we get. So we're always changing on the freshwater side. And we can do a quick run through. But
sure. And like, just you guys keep in touch with the community, particularly on the freshwater side. You host like aquarium society meetings and things here. Like, you really do go above and beyond to stay in touch with the hobbyists, which I think it should be commended.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one of the pride and joys for Ken about building the shop is now we have a foundation to really expand the outreach. Anyway, so lots of cold water species, Haran and the team. Once again, there's just always fresh new stock and lots of exciting things. So make sure you come in. And if you do want anything, just hit us up as well, because you never know, we may be able to get it. And anyway, lots of your tropicals, just your general community fish. Plants are always changing. We've got a few new cool suppliers. We've been getting lots of different stuff.
Plants is cranking. The colours in there are stunning. And the lights have just come on, and it's already, giving the coral systems a nudge to say, hey, we can produce colour too.
We can produce colour too.
And that's coming from a salty reefer. I don't give fresh water.
Big words, Sam. Big words.
I don't give fresh water the flowers it deserves, but that tank looks a treat.
And then we just set up the shrimp rack, which has been great. Once again, I think shrimp are really they're really the pinnacle of freshwater. Not in terms of difficulty, but people love it. Like the whole microness
they're a system you can have in a smaller space. You can get a little bit of variety in there. They're not super expensive, and it suits inner city. Which
absolutely, and they breed and all that. And then I'm proud to say I've just set up my shrimp tank at home.
Hey, nice one.
So doing some got some rare Taiwan bees and all that. So we'll see how they go.
Very cool.
So excited about that. Anyway, come through. Lots of different variety. We got some of the bigger fish on the left in these systems. There's a few showpieces. We're getting some lots of different cool stuff in. And then on the right, you've got lots of rainbows and tetras and all your assorted beautiful fish.
Beautiful.
And there's something about the tranquility of the freshwater world, right?
There is, absolutely. Yeah.
And then this big tank's still ticking along.
Yeah, look at it. I'd say it's more than ticking along. That system's cranking.
I did hear a rumor that Basmanis are slow growing, except these guys have completely debunked that rumor.
This would suggest otherwise. They're a big size fish now. They do have that really nice rainbow color on them.
Totally. I think if we look back at videos, they were pretty small not long ago, and now they're really getting to that mature size.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't pay a huge amount of attention to them, but from memory, I'd say they were half the size they are now. Maybe less.
Maybe less. Anyway, so this tank, it's always going through a few changes, but pretty happy at the moment. We're getting some more Ultim Angels in. We're probably going to take out these mascara barbs just because they've been nibbling a little bit on all the ferns, which is a risk, but anyway, it's all good.
Very nice.
Keep coming through. There we go, the mighty cichlids.
Always popular.
Always popular. Lots of colour, lots of personality. And once again, the cichlid world, it's a whole world in itself.
Yeah, exactly. It is another niche within the hobby, isn't it?
And I think you just realise how much variety there is, etc., which is fab. And then we'll go a quick run through here. This is our like nano fish section.
Yes.
And the interesting thing we always laugh about is we do probably more selling out of this nano rack than the whole freshwater store, which is interesting. But I think it just shows where the market's at, and people want those small, unique specimens.
Well, I mean, you've really got everyone has a finite amount of space. Doesn't matter whether you live in the country or in the city, you only have so much space, and you can have maybe 1 6-foot tank, or you can have a few 1-foot tanks.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you see online, some people would like deck out their garages and they can fit in 100 different tanks.
The hobby is addictive, and you can move on to different specimens. Why not?
Absolutely.
Super cool.
There we go. Alrighty, so back in the filtration room. I think this is a bit of a...
Any changes out here? What's been happening? I know this is one of those things where on paper, you set up the filtration room, you go, this is going to fulfill all of our needs. How has that worked out? Many changes?
I actually think the filtration room it's been really good. Really good. Nice. I think we've had a few issues with humidity, as expected. I think with all these open sumps and the amount of water, we underestimated the amount of evaporation, right? And so we've definitely put in some split systems to help with that. We have to do some bigger exhaust. But in terms of the actual layout and run of the filtration, it's just been super easy to maintain.
I know you guys put in a huge amount of work. I mean, like we can see like the electrical section over here with all the controllers for those pumps. You've got these massive amount of pipes coming in everywhere. All the systems going into various sumps. So it's good to hear you haven't had to tear that all apart. Not within the first 6 months anyway, which is good.
No major leaks or no major problems. I haven't had to backtrace any of these pipes yet, which has been great. So touch wood, but it's all head in the plan.
Even if you did have big leaks or problems here, like you're sorted. You've got floor drains, you've got waterproof floors. You've set it up properly from the start. So that's probably one of those things I know back from my motorsport days. If you have the spare part, you don't need it.
Then you don't, exactly.
But if you don't have it, you're going to need it, and that's probably why you haven't had massive drums here, because you've set it up to handle massive drums.
And I think one more thing we've learned is obviously with the amount of tanks we have, our demand for water is through the roof. So maybe we've gone, even though it looks like a lot of water here, we probably would have gone some bigger drums, especially because we are doing all mixed in-house salt water. We don't take it from the bay. Because that's just what works for us. But I think we realize that you can really never have enough water.
Never have enough water.
And especially with installs and the ute going out and all that.
Of course. Just the water from bagging up fishing corals is going to be huge in a shop this size.
Totally.
I can hear the DI unit over here cranking away. This is a monstrous machine.
That thing's churning. I think it can do 6,000-7,000 litres a day. Pretty comfortably. So
can pump out a bit of water.
And I've had to change all the blocks already, so it shows how much water we're using.
I bet. Good to see it working well.
Anyway, all ticking along. And then I'll take you back here because this is
where the sneak peek of the fish to come is.
Sneak peek of the fish to come, absolutely.
And just remind us, for those who don't know, your process here at Apex Aquatic is to put the fish health as a primary concern. You focus on that.
Absolutely.
And sales come secondary. So fish comes here, comes out the back, you make sure it's healthy, you make sure it's pest-free, get it eating, then you make it available for sale.
I think that's NUM's almost full-time job is just making sure everything's healthy. And I think the way we designed the store, having this back room, has really made a difference. Because it allows us to really give everything the love they deserve.
Perfect.
And I think you can see it in the fish health, which has been great.
Definitely.
And the response we've got from customers as well. Anyway, come through. So lots of different freshwater breeding, which is great. Lots of different varieties. When fish come in, they all come back here. And once again, we do a lot of selling back here because some people don't want the full quarantine process. So we're always open to that. But once again, it's just that's the customer's decision. If we're to bring something to the front, it has gone through a process.
Fair call.
Anyway, so in here, we'll come have a look. We've got our 2 marine bays are pretty full at the moment. So if you have a quick gander through, we'll come back here. We can take some B-roll later. So there's a few of the iconic marine fish. We've got a few queen angels in. There's a gem tang. There's flame angels. So lots and lots of beautiful species.
Lots going on there,
It's great. And the flame's just an incredible fish. I want myself at some point.
Stunning fish. And then some more in this system.
So once again, this is a mix of import and locally caught fish. So the Kooterie wrasse, the New Guinea wrasse, they're just an absolute stunners.
Beautiful. Look at them all nice and active in there. Often people associate quarantine systems with fish that are on their deathbed. In there, you guys got these fish looking an absolute treat.
Absolutely. I know. I think some of the best fish are back here, actually.
I just noticed, as I come past here, look at this guy. You've got another parrot here, a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger, So that's a Queensland parrotfish. So he's just getting some treatment at the moment. So hopefully, and we'll see how he goes. But the colour on him is just incredible.
It's crazy. And then we've got this guy here.
The mighty bumblebee grouper.
So
they're captive bred in Queensland. And I remember back in my tropical fish keeping days in Singapore, they used to convert them to freshwater. So you actually used to have a big one that was converted to freshwater. So there's always a soft spot. Once again, we love them. I'm sure people love them, but if they can fit something in their mouth, they're gonna eat it.
And they end up with a very big mouth.
And a very big mouth indeed. Yeah. And then come through here. This is pretty cool. Yeah. So the mighty dragon moray here.
Wow, he's a good sized unit too.
Yeah. So these are just on hold at the moment, and then they're heading off to a customer's tank. But there's a pair of them.
You got a pair in there. Yeah.
And they're eating and happy and healthy. So absolutely, really, really cool.
Crazy cool.
Really cool. And then keep coming by. What else? Maybe if you duck down there, there's a beautiful queen angel and the blue tangs and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So many fish out the back here at Apex Aquatic, and some really iconic fish, some really high-end fish. Really nice.
Totally. And I think the blue, I think as we know, if you get a healthy blue tang, nothing beats it. I think
it's hard to beat the colour.
Hard to beat a healthy blue.
However, what about the fish in this system? You got some cool boxies in here.
Yeah, a few cool boxies. So they're a challenge in themselves, just being a sensitive species, but we've had good luck with them. So yeah, pretty neat. Just a very, very unique looking fish.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Fancy butterflies in there too.
Yeah.
More flame angels, some nice clowns.
And then behind you, there's probably the epitome of the true reef keeping, which is the mighty Achilles tang.
Mighty Achilles, that sort of real benchmark for reef aquariums. If you can keep an Achilles, you're doing things pretty well.
Exactly. I think it's a bit of a status almost, isn't it? Having a big Achilles.
And you got a couple in here.
Yeah,
you got one on this side.
Yeah, we've got two of them.
Another one on this side.
So once again, they're just a fish that needs a bit of TLC and a bit of extra loving. And once again, we've had really good luck with them, but you do need to put in that extra effort. It's not, just because of the size and sensitivity of them. Look at the size of them.
Yeah, it's a good sized fish.
Yeah. And then there's one more unique guy here. If you come have a look, tiny, but it's the little golden angel.
He is little. I thought he was a bit of nori floating through there for a second. He's thinking about coming out of the pipe.
So we've had him for a couple of months now, and we've learned to get them eating is really hard.
Yes.
But once again, we've put him through his paces, and he's absolutely loving life. But once he's such a small fish, he'll get lost pretty easily.
Definitely.
Small fish with a big price tag.
You're going to say it's a pretty rough deal when you're a yellow tang and you're the secondary fish in the tank.
Exactly. Especially in today's current climate.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Fantastic assortment of fish.
We won't go too deep, but there's just a few holding tanks. So once again, just a lot of coral stock that we can bring to the front, essentially.
Yep.
And just allows us to hold variety and keep supply on the front, which is great.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
So we've got all the Red Sea lights on that one. Got the Kessels on that.
Yep.
We've got a chiller on the roof, because once again, it is warm in this room.
Working a treat.
All seem to be working pretty well.
Very, very nice. And it gives you the ability to a few big sales. You don't want to have empty tanks for the next customer in, so you can bring some more coral out.
And then it allows us to do some big shipments as well, right? We try to keep it front quite minimalistic, but we can put a lot back here.
I used to do the same thing with my water deliveries.
Yeah.
No use having a 1,000-litre storage tank. If your delivery is 1,000 litres, you have to wait till you're completely empty before ordering more in.
Exactly.
If you have 2,000 litres of storage, as soon as you're under 1,000 litres, you can order more. You guys have done the same thing with your coral systems here. You don't have to wait till the shop's empty to get a full shop worth of coral. You've got room out here to fit it in.
And once again, it's a lot of customers do love coming back here because it's a bit of mystery. You never know what you may find.
Very nice.
Righty, Sam. Welcome to the dry goods room. So I think you've seen lots of changes in this room over the months. And especially from when we started to now, we're always changing products and lots of new stuff coming in.
Definitely.
This is we learned about this the other day. It's a water box all in one tank, and they've been flying out the shelf. So I think a really cool entry level to the reefing hobby. That's a bit more than just your little nano, and just gives you a bit more variety in what you can keep.
A little bit more space to work. Doesn't complicate things with the sump. And I've got to say, I love. Someone's been busy here with 3D printed mount for the blade. Really cool little setup there.
Which is just unreal. And I think, it's just a great way to just get into the reef keeping hobby.
Definitely.
And then, so this is the dry good room. So we're always trying to keep it filled up. Inventory has been fun with over a good couple thousand products, as you can imagine.
I can imagine.
So we're learning and just trying to keep up with the demand. We're excited about this. Is going to be Eheim. So this is going to be an Eheim flag piece tank or showpiece tank. And we're going to have all the Eheim products. So a great brand. The more of the freshwater side, but a great brand that's been around for a long time.
This room is still chock-a-block. You've still got all your aquascape, whether it be marine or freshwater over there. You've got some tanks and filters here ready to go. Obviously some great Eheim products there. You've got your display tanks. You've got some big ranchus over there. You've got these cichlids.
There's a mighty puffer.
You got you got a stingray in there. You got all sorts. Yeah.
So this is a cool tank. We'll see if the puffer comes out later.
Yeah, cool.
There is a very rare puffer fish in there. So
yeah, nice. Comes out. Freshwater rarities as well.
And it's just been great seeing people aquascape and obviously just talking and seeing the passion, right? And I think that's what this room's about.
That is what it's about. Definitely. And then, well, it's also about the huge range of products. No. I know you mentioned that it's from a manager's perspective, a challenge to keep stock levels where you want them to be, but man, you guys carry some stock.
Absolutely. So we do try to carry a range, a bit of everything, and just products that we also believe in as well, right? Products that we know how to use so we can teach customers accordingly.
Of course, that's what it's about. I mean, otherwise people shop online, but they come in here because they want to talk to the experts.
Absolutely.
And you want to be selling products that you know, that you use, and you can educate your customers on.
Yeah, totally. Anyway, so keep coming through. This is a cool little tank that's just opening up. So we've got torch corals and frog spawns.
Yeah.
Some beautiful coral cyantheus. That are one of my favorites.
Gorgeous.
There's a shrimp and goby pair in there, and this is just a unreal little tank.
This is I have a system, one of these myself. Yeah. It's a UNS system.
It's a UNS
you guys
system.
have kitted yours out with all the Reef factory gear there, doses, roller mats, pumps, a lot in there.
How's your UNS going?
It's fantastic. Yeah.
What a cool piece of kit.
Really nice, really nice high-end aquarium. Works a treat.
Totally agree. And I think installing it's a treat as well.
Yes.
And they've set up this little river tank for some hill stream loaches. Yeah. So there's
some high flow,
maybe get some B-roll later. Yeah, but pretty neat.
Really cool.
And then keep coming through.
Products galore.
This is the mighty back wall. We're sadly a bit low on a few products at the moment, but they're all coming in soon.
Still so many products.
And then, as we know, Ecotech's had their big price range.
Yes.
Price raise.
Yes.
So, a lot got sold off the shelf, but we're trying to get some more in soon. It's a great product. And, expensive, but good.
Yeah, sometimes you get what you pay for. Now, I've got two questions for you because there's things happening here. You've got some live foods behind you over there in the
Absolutely, yeah. So it's kind of just in limbo phase, but definitely. So Kenny's doing a bit of a project where he's going to try breed mysis shrimp.
Awesome.
Yeah, so apparently that's fairly easy to do. And then obviously lots of the algae, so Fido, copepods and all that. Yeah,
crazy cool.
And I think it's just something different. Obviously, it looks like a bit of a mad scientist lab.
No, I like it. I absolutely like it. I'm drawn to it. I like to see you guys experimenting and sort of just pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
The next question I have for you is this system, because this has got a very secure lid on it. What's the plan with this system?
So once again, this has been Kenny's project, and all credit goes to Ken for this. This has been his little mad scientist project. So this is the lid from NBS Aquariums, who do unreal stuff.
They do.
So just look at the quality on that.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful water box tank, and Kenny's kitting it out. So he's 3D printing left, right, and center. Got an AI blade.
He's got his AI blade brackets on here. He's got some different sort of things in the filtration there.
He's imported Tunzi skimmer.
Gone all out. And this is a very secure sort of lid, which made me think, is this like an octopus tank or something that's planning?
No, we'll have to wait and see what the plan is. Honestly, I actually don't know. So we will see.
Bring Ken a beer and I'm sure he'll tell you all about it.
I'll tell you the story. And then as we were talking about the Apex Neptune stuff.
Yes, absolutely. So you guys got all that on the shelf there and obviously expertise on how to set it up, how to use it, how to get the most out of it.
Absolutely. And just a fairly simple product to use. Really cool. Then Red Sea, Ecotech, Deltec, bit of everything.
All the range there. And then the things that you can't buy, you print, because we've got 3D printers here.
I'm sure, as you know, if you can dream of it, we'll try and print it.
Crazy Red Sea system.
Yeah, crazy Red Sea system. Yeah, so I think obviously this tank, it's more about the one fish rather than anything. So Mighty Mango, who has been a bit of a troublemaker, but he is too precious to us to let go. So he kind of has this tank. He's a bit of a moody bugger. Sometimes he wants to play, other times he doesn't.
So he was a fish that was in your pond.
Yeah. And once again, he's a one-of-one fish, right? It's super rare, just something you don't see every day.
Definitely.
So we have dedicated the Red Sea system to him. As much as we want to make it full of corals and full of fish, it's just not going to happen.
No, exactly. I was here when you put some rays in the tank when Mango was already in there, and you asserted his dominance pretty quickly. Good to see him in the system here. He's in with a big. Is this a big grouper in with him as well?
Panther grouper or barramundi cod.
Yeah, crazy.
So pretty neat. Not very often people catch them fishing, but not often collected for the aquarium trade.
I bet.
Yeah, so pretty cool.
Crazy.
Yeah. And then lots of different products. Here, we've been selling a lot of nano tanks. So these are just in their cycling phase at the moment. So they're just going through the ugly phase. But something that has been working for us is we sell like ready to go nano tanks.
Yes.
So
Yep,
$500, $600, you can almost take it home, ready to rock,
Yep.
which is great. You can almost avoid the cycling period and
Drain the water out, take it home, put the water back in.
And especially with a small tank like this. And I feel like a lot of families and like early on hobbyists have been really excited about this. And we've had a lot of good success as well.
It's a good service you offer.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah. And then keep coming by, lots of different display tanks in the making. Nice little planter tank that one of our staff, Steve's been working on.
Crazy,
and we just really want to create this, make this a lush room that's full of life.
Very nice.
And then just ideas on how you could set up tanks differently, etc., etc.
Looks a treat. Well, I think it goes without saying you guys have done an incredible job.
Yeah.
I know
Sam.
you put a lot of effort in prior to the doors opening. This shop was a long time in the making.
Long time in the making.
But once the doors open, it's a different game.
Totally. I know you've been here throughout the whole journey. From opening days.
It's been 6 months since I've been here, so it's really cool to come back and visit, see how things have grown, how things have changed, see what you're still doing, what you've changed, and how you continue to make what's got to be Australia's wildest local fish shop even wilder, which is really cool to see. So please keep doing what you're doing, and if anyone's remotely in the area, even if you're not in the area, if you're in Australia, jump on a plane, come and visit. The guys would love to see you, talk about your aquarium, and I'm sure they'd love to package up some live goods or dry goods for you to take on that plane back for you.
100%. But as I've always expressed, we're just about trying to expand the hobby and community, right? So just love chatting to people. There's so many different stories and so many people with epic fish tanks, as you know. So
absolutely.
really cool to hear about the passion and learn, and obviously to have the shop, get to be so much more involved with it, which is great.
Good stuff. Keep up the great work, Jack.
Thank you, Sam.
I'm sure you'll see lots of new faces down here at Apex Aquatic.
Absolutely. Too easy.
All right, guys, there you have it. That was the full tour of Apex Aquatic, and I think you've probably got to agree with me. I'm more than happy to hear any other contenders out there, but it definitely has to be up there with one of, if not the wildest local fish shop in all of Australia, which is a heck of a title because, to be fair, this country has some ridiculously good local fish shops. So a massive round of applause to Apex Aquatic, who put so much time and effort into getting this store open, and now 6 months later after opening are continuing to make it even bigger and even better, which is really a true testament to how involved in this hobby they are. Now, I will wrap things up there, but like I said in the intro, if you have not yet visited Apex Aquatic and you're remotely in the area or in an area where you can jump on a plane and get to Melbourne, I highly recommend you visit Collingwood and go see the guys at Apex Aquatic, an incredible store there that you just really have to see in person. But if you can't get there in person, at least follow their socials. And like I said, I've got the links to those in the description below, so you can see all of the cool new stock they do get in. Now, just before I do wrap the video up though, I do just want to give a massive shout out to these names on screen here. These are my channel members who chip in a couple of dollars each and every month to make it possible for me to get out and about around this country and check out these local fish shops so I can film them and bring them to you right here free of charge on YouTube. So a massive round of applause to these guys here. Does go a long, long way chipping in those couple of dollars each and every month. And if you'd like to become one of those members, there is a join button down the bottom there somewhere, particularly if you're viewing on a computer. If you're on a smartphone, it gets a little bit different. But if you want to check out the membership options, you can do so via that join button down there. If you want to support the channel, but you don't have a couple of dollars to spare a month, fear not, you can do so by becoming one of our around 34,000 channel subscribers, which does not cost a cent today, tomorrow, in the future. There is a subscribe button down there which will just notify you when I release a new video, and it'll also notify YouTube that you think this is good content and that they should recommend it to other like-minded reefers out there. Now, I have nothing more to say other than that. If you do have any questions, comments, feedback, anything like that at all, you can always get me in the comment section down below. I personally reply to each and every comment there, and I look forward to seeing your questions there. Other than that, guys, I look forward to seeing you same place, same time next weekend. Till then, stay safe, keep reefing. Cheers, bye.